storage. There's not a place that we can make the boards. It's very, very advanced technology. It's nanotechnology. The board has about 30,000 components, little components that you can hardly see with your naked eye. And next slide. This is some more of the certificates. As you can see, it has FCC, it has UL, it has the CE mark, it has all the safety requirements, all different accreditations that are necessary for a device. Next slide, please. Now, let's talk about safety. Injections could create problems. Stem cells could create problems. So here, we don't have stem cells, we have stem cell extracts. So there's no danger. The problem with stem cells is that they can adhere to cancer cells, they can enhance cancer, for example, right? So there has been a lot of controversy because there's a lot of dangers with stem cells. But stem cell extracts don't have that. Stem cell extracts are just signals. And what kind of signals are they? They are what we call protein signals. It's not the same as protein powder, by the way. But every cell has what we call proteins in it. And the proteins are either sensory proteins, they sense, or action proteins, they act. Okay? So when these proteins are not having the signals that they should have, the whole cell cannot communicate. It's like it talks nonsense. It's like a brain damaged person that is trying to talk to you, but nothing coherent comes out. They go, I'm sure you've seen somebody with aphasia that they cannot really pronounce the words. You don't know what they're saying. So now so the advantage is that you can basically safeguard your practice because you don't do stem cells, you do extracts, and you don't use needles. No needles. That's it. Everything can be administered without the needles part. Now, you also have a completely painless situation. This comes from the United States. We have a very high litigation society. If the patient has a problem, immediately the doctor is going to get sued. I don't think it's the same in Indonesia, but it may be eventually. It might come to that. And here, there's no pain, there's no side effects. Everything is completely safe. There's no sensation in anything. So, and of course, you will enhance all the other treatments with this particular technology. Next one. Now, what is neurofrequency, or the IELLIOS? You're going to see the device later on. It's a very complex kind of constellation. It's a waveform. It's a waveform, but it's a waveform of meaningful signals. So radio frequency is a waveform. It doesn't have a signal in it. This one is a waveform, but it has signals in it. And also, it has extremely low frequencies. Unlike the radio frequency, has very high frequencies only. Now, cells communicate, right? They send specific signals and they receive specific signals. Signaling communication consists of complex waveforms. So when we say it's a waveform, we're talking about something that is made of many different waveforms, many different elements. It's not just one waveform. So what neurofrequency is, we spoke about RF, now this is NF. NF is pretty much the language of life, the language that the cells speak. And the language that the cells speak, like our verbal spoken language, is made out of frequencies and waveforms. It's also made of frequencies and waveforms, but it's universal. It's universal for all of us. All the cells speak the exact same language, which is very nice. Otherwise, we would need a different machine for a different culture, and it would make it very complicated. So it's just like a language, like I'm speaking to you, and however, it's a universal language. It's what we call the language of life. There are a few books that you can buy and you can read on this subject. They're actually called the language of life. A few writers have kind of used this particular title for their book. Next, please. Now, let's think about some biological principles so you can sort of be more acquainted with biochemical concepts. I know this is probably not your area of research. This is more biochemistry, but it's important so you can understand the technology. So all communications in our bodies are protein signals. What are the proteins? Proteins are enzymes. They're hormones. They're neurotransmitters. They are anything that communicates in the body, anything that has a communication signal is a protein. Okay? So autophagy is a very, very important protein because it's a cleaning protein. There's now new theories of cancer that there is not enough autophagy, and if you have drugs that cause autophagy, there is a substantial improvement in cancer patients. Why? Because you're cleaning out the system. And that's what autophagy. Autophagy is a Greek word. It means eating myself, pretty much. And that's what that means is that there is a cell that eats up all the cells that are half, they're broken, they're just kind of nonsense, they're junk. They just sit there and they're not doing anything. And that creates a problem for the organism.